The punishment for wrongfully consuming people's wealth. Wrongfully consuming people's wealth is one of the major sins severely warned against in Islam. It is an act that corrupts society and spreads injustice and aggression among people. Wealth is a trust belonging to its owner, and no one has the right to take it without a legitimate reason. Those who do so are oppressing themselves and others, and they deserve severe punishment in this world and the hereafter. Those who deliberately fail to repay their debts, despite having the means to do so, and who consider the wealth of others as spoils for themselves, are committing a grave sin. Repaying debts is an obligation, and manipulating people's rights and wealth places one in the realm of injustice and aggression. Allah the Almighty has warned against this behavior in the Quran, clarifying that wrongfully consuming people's wealth is one of the prohibitions that incur His wrath and warrant punishment. Quranic verses about the punishment for wrongfully consuming people's wealth. 1. Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 188. And do not consume one another's wealth unjustly, or send it in bribery to the rulers, in order that they might aid you to consume a portion of the wealth of the people in sin, while you know it is unlawful. This verse warns against wrongfully consuming people's wealth, whether through deceit, injustice, or manipulation of the judicial system. 2. Surah An-Nisa, verse 29. O you who have believed, do not consume one another's wealth unjustly, but only in lawful business, by mutual consent. And do not kill yourselves or one another. Indeed, Allah is to you ever merciful. This verse emphasizes the importance of justice and mutual consent in financial transactions, and it prohibits the wrongful consumption of wealth. 3. Surah At-Tawbah, verse 34. O you who have believed, indeed many of the scholars and the monks devour the wealth of people unjustly and divert them from the way of Allah. And those who hoard gold and silver and spend it not in the way of Allah, give them tidings of a painful punishment. This verse mentions that wrongfully consuming people's wealth is an act of disobedience to Allah, and it warns of a painful punishment. 4. Surah Al-Mutaffifin, verses 1-3. Woe to those who give less than due, who, when they take a measure from people, take in full, but if they give by measure or by weight to them, they cause loss. These verses speak about those who deprive people of their financial rights and warn them of a severe punishment. 5. Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 279. And if you do not, then be informed of a war against you from Allah and His Messenger. But if you repent, you may have your principal. Thus you do no wrong, nor are you wronged. This verse warns against injustice in financial dealings, stating that those who commit such acts are in a state of war with Allah and His Messenger. Conclusion: wrongfully consuming people's wealth is a grave injustice, and Allah does not love the wrongdoers. A Muslim must fear Allah in their dealings with others' wealth and return rights to their rightful owners without delay or negligence. Those who intentionally consume people's wealth unjustly must repent to Allah before the day comes when wealth and children will be of no benefit.